to my YouTube channel and be able to get so many questions on tuition. This is the KCSE prediction 2023, and my YouTube channel is really Maths Guide. You are welcome to the tuition. Now, in this question number 1, it is a question from the topic of application of differentiation in calculation of velocity and acceleration. Now, we can take on this question saying what? The equation of a curve is y is equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. Determine the gradient function of the curve at the point 2, negative 3. Now, in this question, if the equation of the curve y equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 is the equation of a curve. Whenever you want the gradient function, is actually the dy dx will give you the gradient function. The gradient function is a function where you will find the gradient of a curve at any given point. Gradient function is a dy dx. This dy over dx will be 6x minus 4. This is the gradient function, which will assist us to find the gradient of a curve at any given point. The question is, determine the gradient function of a curve at point 25. Our x coordinate is 2, our y coordinate is 5. So since we are interested to x coordinate is 2, the gradient function there will be 6 into 2 minus 4 at that point. So it will be 12 minus 4, which is what? 8. So the gradient of the curve at point 25 is actually 8. When you go to Roman number 2, the angle which the tangent to the curve at the same point 25 makes with the horizontal. Remember, when it comes to tangents and normals, if I have a curve this way, if I have a curve of this kind, and let me assume here is 0.25, if I have a tangent this way, the gradient of a tangent is the same as the gradient of the curve at that point. So meaning the gradient of this tangent is actually 8. But if it is normal, then m1, m2 must be negative 1. So if the gradient of this tangent is 8, for us to find an angle, make it with the horizontal, that's actually the x-axis, knowledge from this topic of rotation in Form 2, we always know that it is actually the tan inverse of its gradient will give you the angle it can make with the horizontal. So part B, the angle which the tangent with the curve at the point 25 makes with. So the angle will be the tan inverse of 8, which is equivalent to tan inverse of 8 shift tan inverse of 8. It is equivalent to 82.87. The angle where this line will make with a horizontal the x-axis is 82.87 degrees. That is the angle. Knowledge from rotation, a topic in Form 2. Another question is the equation of the line through the same point 1, 2, 5, which is perpendicular to the tangent. Perpendicular is actually the word normal. This one I have just drawn. So this one which is normal, when lines are perpendicular, m1, m2 must be negative 1. If you know the gradient of this tangent is 8, then it means gradient of this one will be negative 1 over 8. So when you say negative 1 over 8 times 8, you will get negative 1. When lines are perpendicular, m1, m2 must be negative 1. So we have to know that this normal its gradient is negative 1 over 8, and it is passing through the same point 2, 5. So if we have to come up with this equation, can we come up with a general point? That is xy, and then it is passing through 2, 5. Now, changing over changing x will give us its gradient. That is y minus 5 over x minus 2 will give us negative 1 over 8. When you cross multiply, it will be 8 into y minus 5 is equal to negative 1 into x minus 2. In this case, 8y minus 40 is equal to negative x plus 2. So 8y equals to negative x plus 2. When you bring negative 40 across the equation, it will be plus 40. So the other will become 8y equals to negative x plus 42. Was there any direct equation? No. Yes. So the equation of a curve is this one. 8y equals to negative x plus 42. That is question from this area of application of the orientation in calculation of velocity and acceleration, and it's always appearing in paper 1. It is always there in KCSE. Every year it is there. Another question which is also there, and we must always follow my YouTube channel for you to learn more, is a question from quadratic equation in Form 2. This question is always there in KCSE, and you should also need to learn on how we can come up with an equation. We want to check on this question of quadratic equation. We want to check on this question of quadratic equation. Let me just wrap here. We check on the equation of quadratic. Now we want to read this question, and then we try to interpret. As we can see, when bird flu was identified in Nigeria, there was fear that Africans will start avoiding chicken dishes. Chokuku Poultry Company, which supplies day-old chicks, dropped their daily production of day-old chicks, and this resulted in an increase of Kenya shilling 10. Because the supply is reducing, then the price goes up by 10 shilling per chick. Salad had bought C chicks the month before at a total of what? 8,400. So you know this guy called Salad bought C chicks. We don't know how many chicks, just letter C to represent the number of chicks. Using how much? Using 8,400. But on visiting the poultry company with the same Kenya shilling 8,400, he was informed that this was exactly enough for purchasing 70 chicks less than previous time. So this time around, the chicks will be bought. The same money, 8,400 will not buy the exact number, but it will be less by 70 because the price has gone up by 10 more. Are you getting that? Now, on visiting the poultry company with 8,400, he was informed that this was exactly enough for purchasing 7 chicks less than previous time. Let X be the cost per chicken before the identification of blood flu in Nigeria. Write an equation representing the relationship between the two expressions. So we know that if we are letting X to be the cost of, let X be the cost per chicken before what? Identification of the blood flu. Meaning, if this one was the cost per chick and you are having 8,400, you are able to buy how many chicks? So 8,400 divided by X will give you total number C. The C chicks Mr. Salad bought that time. But when the blood flu had been identified, the cost price went up by 10 more, meaning the new price would be X plus 10 per chick. Yes? So total number of chicks you are going to buy using the same amount, 8,400, will be 8,400 divided by X plus 10. These are total number of chicks you will buy after the identification of blood flu. But before, total number was this one. But what we know is that you will exactly enough for purchasing 70 chicks less. Imagine if I say this number of chicks I bought before we identify the blood flu, that is 8,400 over X. If I subtract this one, the number of chicks after I have identified the blood flu, that is 8,400 over X plus 10, then it will be said this one is less by 70. And this, so if you subtract, you will get what? 70. So if you can now form a quadratic expression here, goes here, we have formed the two equations, this one and that one, to represent the first question. But calculate the value of C and what? X. That is when we have solved the quadratic equation. So LCM is X into X plus 10. So X into X plus 10, X into X plus 10, X into X plus 10. So this X will cancel. So if you take away 400 into X plus 10 minus e to 400 e negative x. Using that, so equals to 70x squared plus 700 x. What's the 70x times x, 70x squared. 70x times 10, 700 x. So here, if I want to bracket, it would be 8400 x plus 84,000. 8400 times 10 is 84,000 minus 8400 x equals to 70 x squared plus 700 x. I'm seeing 8400 x minus this one will cancel, is it? So if I take this one across the equation, it will be 70 x squared plus 700 x. If you carry 84,000 across the equation, it will be minus. Both here it is plus. Minus 84 will be 0. If I divide everywhere by 70, this one will be x squared, that is over 70 over 70 over 70. So it will be x squared plus 10x goes by 70 equal 10 minus 84,000 divided by 70 is 84,000 divided by 70 is equal to 1200 minus 1200 equals to 0. If you want to find the value of x, x therefore will be negative b, negative 10 plus or minus square root of b squared, which is 10 square 100 minus 4 times negative 1200 over 2a over 2. So it will be 4 times negative 1200 will be negative 4800. 100 minus minus will make it to be plus, so it will be 100 minus negative 4800 will be exactly 4900. So it will be x will be negative 10 plus or minus square root of 4900 over 2, which is negative 10 plus or minus square root of 4900 is 70. Root 4900 is equal to 70 over 2. So x number 1 is equal to negative 10 plus 70 divided by 2, which is equal to negative 10 plus 70 is 60 over 2, 30. X number 2 is negative 10 minus 70 over 2, which is equal to negative 40. But since we don't have negative checks, we discriminate this one and say therefore x is equal to 30. So the cost of a check before identification of the platform was 30 shillings. But after identification of the bird flu, it went up by 10, which means this for 40. The next question is, we have known x is 30. So if you want C, the first equation, C is equal to 8400 divided by x. So C will be 8400 over 30, which is equal to 280. 8400 divided by 30 is equal to 280 chicks. 280 chicks. Now, if part D of it, if 10% of the both chicks survived each time and was sold at 250 and canceling 300 each before for 250 and after for what? 300. After identifying the blood flu, the price went up to 300 from 250, is it? So we can say we have been buying 280 chicks. Before to chew there is bird flu. There is this is called bird flu. We have been buying 280. But when we have realized there is bird flu, the price will go up by 10, meaning the new price will be 40 shillings. So if you have been having 8400, the number of chicks you will be buying divided by 40. 8400 divided by 40 is actually 210. When you have noticed that, you will buy 210. It is actually less by 70, 280, 210. Yes? So in these 280 chicks we have bought, 10% will survive. So there's a 10 over 100 times 280 it is 28 ticks surviving. 10% of this times 210. When we have known that there is part ticks here, ticks will be having is 21. But before, ticks will be 28. 10% of what you are going to buy is 21. 10% of what you can buy before is 28. So, in this 28, we have been selling 250 before we identify the part times 250. That money will be 28 times 250. The money I'm going to receive is 7,000. But when we have identified there's a part flow, and I have 21 checks, that is 10% of what I have, I will be selling 308 times 300. So 21 times 300, 63. So after notifying there is a disease, I'm going to get losses. 6300 disease of 7,000. So percentage profit I've been having before I identify there is a part flow is equal to 7,000 minus 6300 is 700. Over originally what I've been having 7,000 times 100. So this one goes, this one goes, 1. So it will be 10% profit I've been having before I identify the part flow. So again, I'm informing you again, join my YouTube channel and you'll get to learn more on mathematics, especially from question from quadratic, question from application of differentiation, realization of velocity acceleration, other topics like statistics 1 and 2, those are paper 1. And so many other we are going to check on my YouTube channel, Willie Maths Guy. You're welcome.